Thank you so much for stopping in. This is part 3 of the conversation I have been having with the Sun team, which we now know. They have given their name. They are a collective, and it's the response that we were given when I said, if we don't know what the original message was, is by knowing your path, your purpose, by knowing your origins, by knowing where you came from, why you came here, all of those things, by knowing that, it's a stabilizing force. Then I asked, what if someone doesn't know their path, their purpose, their origin? And then they started answering it in the previous channelings. Up to this point, we know that the Sun team is the Sun team that started talking to me, channeling through me, talking to you, is a collective. They call themselves Ud, and they are carrying out a directive that they were given by Ra Samas, which is the sun core, the core of the sun. We have learned that we know that our sovereign bodies, our bodies know what to do when a code is received. We know that the codes were held for a long time, a long period of time, and then dumped on us recently. But our bodies will methodically work through the codes because our bodies know what to do. Subconsciously, our bodies know what to do. So don't overthink it. Just let your body do what it knows what to do. Don't think through it. Don't try to think it, because part of the messaging that came in after the channeling is that don't overthink it, because you could be slowing yourself down. Just let it happen. Don't think it. Don't define it. They've been telling us don't define, because we're all going to be okay. So our bodies already know what to do when a code is received. And on top of that, so we have the individual process that we're going through. We're also going through a humanity collective process, because all beings that have ever been on Earth, are on Earth, or will be on Earth have a DNA strand that connects us all, which helps us adapt to the changes coming. So this is the channeling I have for you today. Although the sovereign DNA will be called on by the codes to make the necessary adjustments within the physical body, adjustments that correct the compilation of the human physical, there will be complications for those who have discharged their physical and soul light sovereignty through acceptance of the liquid. If you don't know what that is, you'll just have to either ask or go back and listen a couple of years ago. Each individual in these categories receives the codes along with all others. However, the codes are for sovereign beings. The non-sovereign receive the codes, and their physical adapts the codes into a translated outcome, because the liquid has made changes already, eventually ending in non-existence, nothingness. This does not mean that the non-sovereign expires immediately. It means they have an adjusted translation of the code where the physical makes changes that are temporary around the DNA, RNA, not directly adjusting the DNA, RNA, as is done in the sovereign physical being, with some compensations. The non-sovereign can live a full life and the life quickly, fulfill their path and purpose. It's the resulting effect that changes. They no longer exist once they have expired from this lifetime. It is the agreement they made to help advance humanity of current generations. They are not to be pitied. They have already outlined their own time plan. That's interesting. I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to end this message here. So, up to this point, we've learned a lot. We now understand that our Sun team is a collective. We know their name. We know that there is going to be a continued difference between a sovereign being and a non-sovereign being. And the major difference is the liquid that some were forced to take. That is a story that we covered a few years ago. And the thing that I am recalling right now in that situation is that we were told that even though I don't know if I'm going to be exactly right on this, but something kind of close to this, people who were forced to take the liquid because either because they wanted to, because they had to keep their job and all those things, they decided. And in that decision, prior to this lifetime, they knew that they would have this decision to make, and they knew that they would make this decision to accept the liquid into their physical being, and that would change their DNA. Once that happened, many got sick, many passed away, many are still sick, but in that activity, in that decision, they helped humanity understand the humanity collective. By them doing that, they took the brunt in order to have humanity understand never again to give up their physical sovereignty. Period. They did that for everybody else. In this one, they're saying they aren't to be pitied, but it is to be understood. That is why I'm being told to repeat this. I would have to go back somewhere and figure out where that writing is. So they're just giving me this information so you have it right now. They took the responsibility to let humanity learn never again to give up their physical sovereignty, because that is what they did. As a result of that, they become non-existent. They become nothing. They don't necessarily go any place, or it's not like a purgatory. It's not like any place in flux. It's nothingness, period. They become once they pass away from this lifetime, they become nothingness. They become non-existent. That is something to remember, but not to be pitied. That's all I have. Nothing else is coming to me, and it's just something really good to understand. Please stay tuned, because there is a lot more to come.